Hello, hi again to Dr. English YouTube channel. This is Dr. Mafi, a PhD in Applied Linguistics. And today's lesson is about noun clauses. In one of the other videos that I recorded specifically for you and put it on the YouTube channel under the title of Relative Clauses, I talked about what clauses are. They look like sentences, and sometimes they fall into two categories: dependent, independent clauses, or subordinate, major clauses. The major clauses are independent clauses. They can stand alone as a simple sentence, right? A sentence is something that is followed by a period or full stop, according to British people, all right? So Americans call it period. Anyway, this sentence stands alone, and we consider it as a normal sentence, including the subject, a verb, and an object, or the rest of it, like the adverb, all right? But subordinate clauses or dependent clauses are not, they are not independent. They don't stand alone. You cannot consider it as a separate sentence. They have to come with, or they are used, followed, or preceded by a major or independent clause to make their meaning complete, right? So their meaning is not complete. And noun clauses is one of them, right? And if you want to know more about the relative clauses, you have to know about not only the noun clause or clauses, but also the adjective and adverb clauses, okay? Anyway, but today's lesson is about noun clauses. What are noun clauses? They are subordinate clauses, not major, not independent, subordinate clauses or dependent clauses, including a subject and a verb, right? Their meaning is not complete, but they come within a larger sentence, all right? Well, as is suggested by its name, noun clause, right? It replaces a noun, a simple noun, or a noun phrase, like my examples, all right? Well, where do we use the nouns in a sentence? Either a subject or an object, okay? Now, the first one has a subject. His invention, for example, Alexander Graham Bell's invention, telephone, all right, is important even today, or was important, right? What he invented is important. I replaced his invention with what he invented, all right? This is a noun clause, all right? I just use the initial letters and C meaning noun clause. Now, I'm going to give you another example of a noun clause as an object. Look, as an object. People use his invention even today. People use his invention. This is a simple noun or noun phrase. But people use what he invented even today, right? So what he invented is a noun clause used as an object. This replaced the simple noun. The simple noun used as an object, right? Whatever comes after the verb is an object, and whatever comes before it is a subject, like here in this case, okay? So now, I used another strange noun clause, or I gave this example, because the noun clauses are usually introduced by their relative pronouns, such as what, when, how, when, right? And also whether, if, and that. Okay, this is the example of that, right? Here. I used two sentences. The first one used as a subject, the second one as an object, all right? Here, we use that the world is round, that the world, we always started with that. This that is not optional. It's compulsory. You have to use it. You can't delete it. You can't leave it out. That the world is round is a fact. Everybody knows today that the world is round, right? So that the world is round. Okay, this noun clause has been used as a subject. Okay, now let me give you this last sentence as an object. A noun clause used as an object. We know that the world is round, or we know the world is round. This that is optional. I put it in a parentheses, right? So I use the world is round as an object here because it came after the verb know. But here, it came before the noun clause that the world is round, came before the to be, the linking verb, right? Is, which is a major verb here, the main verb here, right? So we can use noun clauses instead of nouns or noun phrases in every sentence, either as a subject or as an object, introduced by these relative pronouns. It's actually one of the offshoots of or branches of relative clauses. And if you have any comments, you can also give me the comments here, well, under the noun clauses, especially if you have questions related to the noun clauses. But if you do about the relative clauses, you can actually ask me those questions on that video. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to give us a thumbs up.